The village of Rijal al-Mar is in the province of Azir in southwestern Saudi Arabia. Its location at the foot of the mountains that separate the interior from the sea made it a prosperous crossroads for the caravan trade routes and a centre for scholarship. Throughout this area, people used to live in communal houses up to 9 stories high. Built from stone and wood and locally known as palaces, most are around 300 years old. But with the oil boom, great changes have swept through Saudi Arabia over the last 50 years. The old ways, and with them traditional building skills and crafts, were being lost. In the valleys of Azir, the trend has been to abandon the palaces and move to modern housing with the latest conveniences. Their multi-story stone homes have been left to crumble on their doorsteps. In Rijal al-Mar, it was the same story. The palaces were deserted and left to the elements. That is, until Mohammed Turshi al-Sogaya, now over 80 years old, kick-started a revival of interest in his village heritage. In the 1980s, he began renovating one of the old palaces he owned, using only traditional techniques. His action inspired the whole community, and now Rijal al-Mar is one of the best-preserved 18th century villages in Saudi Arabia.
Our goal, our message we want to give, is that this region is rich in heritage. We have a lot of traditions and heritage that we are proud of. If we cannot keep our past, then there is no way to keep our present.
Mohammed Turshi al-Sogaya is our heritage hero of Rijal al-Mar. Turshi has renovated 9 palaces, but it's mostly structural and exterior work. On a visit inside one of the palaces, Turshi points out some of the special features he wants preserved. Going up through the stories of the building, he says the rooms tell of centuries of village life. The palaces were built for communal living. Each floor would have been used by a separate family who moved freely around the building. There were balconies to take in the last of the day's sun. Women decorated the floors with clay designs and used to try and outcompete each other to make the most attractive wall paintings. Building the 5 to 9 story high buildings had required skills that had all but vanished. Turshi was undaunted.
I took it apart. I took out all the ruined pieces, then rebuilt it all again. I reinforced the foundations so well that there is not a single weak spot. When I finished restoring this palace, the others saw the fruits of my labour and said, "We should restore the other palaces as well." My effort would be enough, but they agreed to finance it, whatever it costs, as I saw fit.
Seeing what he had achieved, Turshi quickly gained support from leading members of the community.
This is my old school, before 50 years. That is my first class here. And
Ali Mogawi is also trying to ensure Rijal al-Mar's place in history is not forgotten.
I have a dream that this village will be an important culture place. I hope to rebuild all the palaces here. I hope the new generation answer the important question, who are we?
To help new generations understand their history, the community decided to make a permanent collection of everyday objects to give a picture of life as it was once lived in Rijal al-Mar. An appeal went out for donations to the museum. On display are jewellery that would normally be kept within the family as heirlooms, cooking utensils, farming tools, and guns from a time when the settlements needed to protect themselves from raids. The museum is run by volunteers. It's become a well-known tourist destination in its own right, And with some 30,000 paying visitors a year, the village has been able to reinvest in further restoration work. While Saudi Arabia has been developing at breakneck pace, a visit to Rijal Al Mar is a chance for Saudis to reconnect with the traditions many are leaving behind.
The museum is just beautiful. It's so wonderful. It needs nothing more. It has the old heritage. We've learned a lot. So many things we didn't know about the life of our ancestors.
It's very important to protect our heritage. Every citizen should do that. Those who find or collect old objects should bring them here so that they are protected among the heritage in this museum. We thank Allah, for we are blessed with all the beautiful things in the past and the present. We are truly blessed.
After years of self-funded work, the success of the preservation of Rijal Al Mar has made an impact on the Saudi government. 4 years ago, the village won the Prince Sultan bin Salman Award for Urban Heritage.
Rijal Al Mar to me was an inspiration by all measures. It is an experience of a people, a group, that had believed in culture and heritage, wanted to protect it, saw the benefits of protecting their own heritage. It's really a thoughts of admiration of a people that believed in what they were doing, expended their own energy, their own small financial resources. And so it is really an inspirational project for us all.
And the best is yet to come. The new generation, our children, can now carry on from this foundation that we laid down for them.